This is where the fun begins. We are going to go over a tradingview.com tutorial. We're going to look at how to find these different markets, different tools, indicators, how to take screenshots, how to do links versus image. Like, I'm going to show you all of that right now. So let me bring it up right here. Okay, when you first go to tradingview.com, you're going to see this screen. You will have to make an account, free account, and I'm going to log into mine. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. Let me go on this screen so that nothing personal, the email, nothing like that shows up. So I'm signing in. Now, I was already signed in, but I signed out just for you because I wanted you to see what anybody else will see, like what you would see the first time around. So here we go. Okay, so I'm already in. You have to go to products and super charts. Products, super charts. And now you will be here. Yours will probably look white. So that's here. I changed the theme to dark theme. So yours probably looks like this. I went into my profile. Dark theme, turned it on. I like the dark theme. You could do whatever you want. I like the dark theme because, I don't know, it looks better to my eyes, especially the candles. It looks better to me. So let's start here. Number one, make sure that this panel, the watch list details and news panel, is up. Like, bring that up. And you're going to see a bunch of stuff here. I just deleted everything. Like, you could just literally start deleting stuff, like by clicking on that trash can. I deleted everything. I don't like clutter. So because of that, I only have my watch list, the instruments that I trade, the instruments that I look at. I don't trade Bitcoin. This is just something I was looking at. Or, while preparing for this course. Technically, I only trade, right now, I'm only trading oil and gold. So my watch list looks like this. You could just, again, click on the little trash can on every section and just get rid of every section that you don't need. Honestly, you don't need anything that it shows you there. Like, you really don't, unless you need it once you learn more. If you need it for a certain reason, that's okay. But okay, now, number one, what you want to do is you're going to click here. Like, for you, it's going to say Apple or something else. You're going to click on that on top. Well, not the interval. Okay, here. This is going to take you to the symbol search. I just click where it says, well, for me, it says Bitcoin. For you, it might say Apple. It's going to say some type of instrument. Just click on that and it's going to bring up the symbol search. The symbol search, that's one way to get there. Another way would be on the watch list. You could click on the plus and it takes you again to the symbol search. This symbol search shows you every market. So stocks, funds, futures, Forex, crypto, indices, bonds, economy, options. Whatever you trade is here. You trade crypto. Look at your instruments are all here. You trade Forex, USD, JPY, UJ, it's here. EU, Euro, USD, GU, the British pound versus the US dollar is here. Like, you're going to see all of the different currency pairs right here. Futures, you're going to see NASDAQ, S&P 500, which is ES. You're going to see gold, oil. You're going to see all of these different contracts. In Forex, you're looking at currency pairs. Futures, you're looking at contracts. Funds, you're going to see all the different funds right here. Stocks, you're going to see all the different stocks. So number one, I want you, this is your starting point. Now, if you're going to learn futures, because that's what I trade, and because you know that I have a YouTube channel, Yo Javi Trades, just go to Yo Javi Trades. You're going to see my YouTube channel. All I'm doing right now is futures. But because I'm talking about price action, like literally the knowledge that I'm sharing there, it applies to all of these markets. But because I'm trading futures, at the end of the day, if you want to learn how to trade from me, if you want to learn everything that I'm doing, and of course you're going to take your own, pathway at some point, you're going to go on your own. That's okay. I want that for you. But at first you need to learn from somebody. And if you're going to choose me, I would say definitely Look at futures. Futures, understand that, and I'm helping you through that. In this course, we're going to talk about futures, but definitely, like, this is where you need to be at first. Like, you need to know where the markets are at, and whatever market you're learning, definitely you're going to see the different instruments here. So that's number one. That's the markets. That's how to find the markets. Now we talk about how to view each market. Must-have tools is next. So let's talk about that. Well, number one, once you delete everything, you could add. So right here to your watch list, click on the plus. And for example, if on futures, I want to add YM, which is Dow Jones, I will click here. I could just do it here. I'll click on that, and that shows me Dow Jones, YM. It's right there. And if I just double click on it, it's gonna bring that chart. Make sure that when you double click on it, you're seeing the name, like Dow Jones. If I click here, you don't even have to double click, just once. You click once, it shows you gold futures. Look, oil futures. Now, if I do Forex, because I want to benefit everybody, whatever path you take. If you trade Forex and you're trading GBP, USD, you click on that plus, it added it to the watch list. First of all, you see this rectangle like line right here. You see that? It shows you what's selected. You see the name. But right here, GU, British pound, US dollar, right there, showing. So this is going to show you. You see, when you click on it, that's the instrument that you're looking at. Let me get rid of everything that I use here preparing for the course. So that's how you look at it. That's how you add a market, an instrument from a market into your watch list. I'm going to keep everything futures related. So now we're going to talk about the tools. Number one, look at the left side right here, this left panel. Here, this is where your tools are at to be able to analyze the market. Number one, just know that this is, you just click on it and you're going to see different tools, right? I'm just randomly clicking on things. You see, this is where you see different tools. Now, you're going to want to know how to get all of these different objects off your chart. Go to the trash can right here. You click on that and it gets rid of, well, now either the drawings indicator or drawings and indicators. If you just do drawings, it's going to get rid of whatever you picked here. If you do drawings and indicator, whatever indicators you pick from here, they're going to be gone too. So for example, I have this indicator right here. This indicator, you see that? If I click on remove one indicator, it's going to remove that. And if I had both, let's just say I pick some indicators. See, I got two indicators right there, and I have all these objects, right? See, a bunch of objects. If I just go here and I put remove 4 drawings and 2 indicators, it's going to remove everything. Usually I just remove the drawings because the indicators, I have them there for a reason. Now, because those indicators don't mean anything right now, I'm going to remove the indicators. So just make sure you're deleting what you want to delete or remove. Okay, this is, again, that's how here you see all of the tools. This right here, definitely you need that. You need to be able to remove everything from the chart. I would say try to keep your charts as clean as possible. Don't do too much, because if you do too much, you're going to confuse yourself and you're going to start considering things that you don't really need to consider. So the tools, here you have the favorites. If you click on this, you're going to see your favorites bar. You see this? This is your favorites bar. And how do you add tools to this favorite bar? Well, first of all, on your tools, you could click on the tool or you could click on this right arrow and you could see everything that's in there. Please, I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I want you to know where they're at, how to select them, how to favorite them so that you could have them handy. But please just go through them. Go through each one. Get rid of them, remove them, but go through each one so you see what they're doing. All you have to do is click on the star to add it to this right here. So I'm going to show you. If I'm going to add this extended line and I click on that star, boom, you see it right here, extended line. If I click on the star, it will remove it. That's it. keep that handy. So this is what I have. I have the trend line, horizontal ray, vertical line. I have them here. And you could move things around here. Like you could drag, you see, you could drag things around. So here, I'll show you what I have. Again, trend line, horizontal ray, vertical line. If we go here, I don't have anything start. I don't have anything start like favorite. I have the long position tool, short position tool. We talked about this tool already in this course. So definitely I have them right here. Short position tool, long position tool. If you just hover over the tool, like it's going to tell you what it is. You see that eraser, arrow, markup, like it's going to tell you what it is. But here, long position tool, short position tool, definitely have those in there. Here I have the brush, highlighter, arrow markup, arrow mark down, rectangle. Definitely get yourself a rectangle, especially if you're going to learn with me, because I trade supply and demand. We need to know where that zone is at, and we use the rectangle to draw the zone. So if you don't get anything else from here, definitely get the rectangle. Circle, you don't have to get the circle, but I have the circle. And text, I have text. I like to write things on the screen. And I'll just show you. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to go through my favorites bar. But yes, I have text. Here, you can't favorite this, but you could use them. You could use emojis on the charts. And that's it in the ruler. The ruler is going to measure ticks or pips. If you're looking at Forex, it's going to measure pips. But here, you see that 31 right here, 31.7? That's 31 ticks. Well, this is future. I mean, this is GBP USD, so that's pips. 31 pips. You see that? 64 pips. If I'm looking at futures, then it's going to tell me the ticks. You see 60 ticks. That number right there is going to tell you if it's ticks for futures, pips for Forex. All right, let me now go through my toolbar right here. So I have the rectangle. This rectangle is to draw the zones. You see, like I draw my zones, and you could change. If yours doesn't look like that, you could double click on it, like somewhere around the edge. The style, I just changed the background. The background, I chose that green, and 12% transparency or opacity. You could change the opacity, and it's gonna look like that. Like, of course, if I bring it up, it's gonna look harder, right? But I want to look. I want to see what's inside. So I keep it at 12 so I could see that it's green. I could see what's inside, like this. You see, I could see what's inside. And I could draw my zones. So that's the rectangle. Circle, I changed the color inside. Same thing, if you want to change it, just click, like double click on the edge, like in one of these like black circles with the blue ring. You could change the color, the background. Like I could do that. I actually like that better. You could put text. Like you could say anything. I'm gonna say swing high. You could change, and you could do this for most tools. Like you could change the properties. You could change the color you see of the text, the size. Play around with this. I'm not gonna go through everything, but just play around with it. Just know that you could change different aspects of the tools. Play around with it, see what you like best, see what works best for you. I'm exposing you to it. So I circle, arrow. I like to use the arrow to point out the trend, what the trend is doing. So I use the arrow. I use this trend line. The trend line, I use it to show market structure. And when I do this, if you just click once, it's not going to drag it. I click twice if I want to connect them. So here, click twice, and now you see they're connected. All right, so I use this horizontal ray, usually for support and resistance. Vertical line, I use that vertical line sometimes just to make sure I'm looking at just today. Down here, you're looking at the time. This is the time. You could change the time, and I don't have that on the course, but I'm going to show it. You could change the time zone here. I have New York, but you could change it to your country, right? To your state, wherever you're from. Berlin, you could choose that, and that's going to change the time zone here. Like this bar at the bottom is going to change that. 2:30 p.m., for whatever time zone. Electronic trading hours, I just have it at electronic trading hours. So yes, New York time for me. But yes, I use the vertical line just to see like you see here, it's telling me Friday 27th, June 2025 at 12:30 p.m. So I usually I don't use that all the time, but sometimes when I'm back testing, I'll use this line just to make sure I'm only looking inside of a trading session that I want. We have the text. You could literally just type anything. For example, this is a demand zone. For example, that's just an example. You could type anything. You could like double click on there and then change the size, color, border. You could put a border, text wrap, like play around with the settings. The brush, I use the brush. You see, you could make it any color. Again, if you just double click on it anywhere, you could change the color of the line, background, and so on. Then I have this highlighter to highlight, of course. You could highlight. And most importantly, you need the short position tool, long position tool. I'm going to flip them. So long for buys. And this is what I was saying. For example, if I wanted to buy here, you just drag the stop loss. You see this number here changing? That's the amount of ticks. 12 ticks stop loss. Let's just say if I didn't want to risk more than 10 ticks, I put it, boom, right there at 10 ticks. And if I'm risking 1-to-1, look at that middle number. Risk to reward ratio 1. That's a 1-to-1. If I wanted to risk 1-to-2, you see that number 2? That's 1-to-2. I'm risking $1 to make 2. I'm risking $10 to make 20. I'm risking $100 to make 200, and so on. Whatever it is that you risk, the amount of money depends on how many contracts in futures you place. And again, there is a calculator. I will be going over the calculator, not right now, but you will know how to do it. And again, this is 1, 2, 3, 3.4. You see, that's your risk reward. That's on the long position tool. Short position tool is just the opposite. If I wanted to sell here, if I think the market is going to go down and I put a 10 ticks or 10 tick stop loss, 1-to-1 would be right here at 10. And you see the take profit also has the ticks. That's 10 ticks, 1-to-1. Risk to reward is 1. 1-to-2, you see that too? 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. You see I'm risking 10 ticks to earn 20 ticks, and so on. You see, 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. I risk 10 ticks to make 30 ticks back. Risk $10 to make 30. And then all these other tools, eraser, let me see. Yep, eraser, it will just erase different objects. You saw that? Like, again, I'm just going to put different things. I'll take the eraser. You see, and it's erasing the objects. See those arrows pointing up? So the markup, arrow markup, and arrow mark down. And I go here and I remove the drawings. So those are the main, these are the main tools that I use. Like, the tools are going to be here. Eventually, you're going to use your own tools. But just know that they are here. Again, just know that the time is here. 4:30 p.m., like the time is at the bottom. You could change the time zone down here. And on this right side, you have the price. So for example, for oil, this is $65.23, $65.17, $64.85. You see it on the right side, this right column. That's the price. We're going to be getting deeper into this, but just know that I just want you to understand what you're looking at. The market, and let me get rid of that. Again, the markets, you could click on symbol search. You could see the different markets here. If you don't see anything, that means you have something in this search right here. So you could just delete it and you will see everything that shows up, all of the instruments for those markets. Now, to take a screenshot, let's just say you had a setup. Let's just say you already learned how to draw the zones and everything. Let's just say that for me, this was something that I drew. This was let's just say that I took profit here. Again, this is not a strategy. This is just showing you how to take a screenshot. Okay, let's just say I won this trade right here. Again, that's not something I will take. It's not a strategy. Just showing you how I take screenshots. Number one, you go to this camera icon, take a snapshot, you click there. You could download the image. I usually do copy image and I put the image like in my Discord. Copy image or copy link. If you copy the link, obviously it's going to give you a link which you can't use, and I'll show you. That link, look at this. That link I pasted here, and it's literally, you could send it to anybody. For example, if you are part of my Discord and we are doing one-on-ones and I give you homework and you want to send me the homework, you could like literally copy that link, send me that link, and I'm going to see this. Anybody else that has the link, they're going to see this just like that. And if you just take a copy the image, it's literally copy and paste. You could paste it somewhere like Discord. Like for example, I'm not going to get in there now, but just know that you could just paste it. You could paste that image anywhere. Well, you know what? Let me just do it for the course. I'm going to be thorough. I'm going to make sure that you see everything. You have all of the tools. So let's get in there and I'm going to show you what I usually do with these images. Well, for some reason, it's not opening now, so let's just use Word. We're going to use Word. I'm going to show you now. So look at this. Literally, all I'm going to do is Control V. I'm going to paste it. Boom, right there. You could do that anywhere. You could do that literally anywhere. Like anywhere where you could write anything pretty much, like you could do that. So those are the two ways to take an image. You could copy the image, paste it somewhere else, or copy the link. So let's see if we're missing anything here now. So how to view each market, the must-have tools, the favorites, indicators. We got to go through indicators. So I did screenshots and let's look at the indicators. Indicators, you just click here. Now the ones that I use, mainly I only have really two that I use. I use the 3MA. This is the EMA. It's EMA, but it has 3 EMAs. And I use the VWAP. So I'm going to add them now. I'm going to show you my settings. You could copy them. This is a great opportunity for you to copy them. Now, those are not my settings. Right now, this is just default. If you just have it at default, you're going to see a bunch of stuff. I don't do this to my chart. I don't have a bunch of stuff like that. First, you could do this. If you click on the eye, it's going to hide. You see that? It's going to hide that indicator. And this is where your indicators are at. If you're not seeing it, this number is going to tell you how many indicators you have, this number. So I have 2 indicators. I click on that, it shows them. So the 3MA and the VWAP, I'm going to hide the VWAP and I'm going to keep the 3MA. For the 3MA, these are my settings. I don't use this SMA, I use the EMA. So EMA, first of all, so number 1, EMA number 1 is right here. EMA number 2, make sure that's EMA. Make sure that this is EMA. I use the 13 EMA. I use the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, which is already there. The colors, I keep it the same. So in style, my 13 EMA is yellow, orange for the 50 EMA, and red for the 200. These are my settings. You don't have to use all of them. If you want, you could just use the 200 EMA. If you just use the 200 EMA, this is what your chart is going to look like. That's valid. You could do that. I use all 3 of them. But because I know how to use them now, I will be talking about the EMAs later on in this course, but just know that that's how I do it. I'm going to keep just the 200 EMA, just so that it makes sense when you see the VWAP 2. The VWAP looks crazy right now, but no, look, listen. Double click. This is what I do. I get rid of the upper bands, all of the bands. I get rid of all of the bands. I keep the VWAP, but I like the VWAP being purple. For some reason, it has to be purple for me. And that's it. Now, these literally are my two core indicators. My eyes really are looking at these two. Even having the 13 and the 50 EMA here, these are the two most important ones for me. It tells me where the trend is at. And you know what? Even though I'm going to get deeper into this later, I will show you. For example, the market right now is below both the 200 EMA, which is the red line, and the VWAP. The market being below it means that the market is in a downtrend. In this current time frame, the time frames, you see them here. 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. For you, you may not see them like this. It's because I favorite them. Same thing. I start here, I favorite the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15. Technically, you could favorite the 10 minute, 1 hour, 4 hours, daily and weekly. I don't do all of them. When I do my top-down analysis, I'm only looking at this. So if you want to take note, this is the time. I look at the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and the weekly. Right now, take notes, please. If you're going to take notes or take note of this. Pause the video right now. Just look at that. And when you're done writing it down or even favoring it, like marking this on your favorites in your chart, once you're done, you could come back to the video. Last time, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. So yes, at least in this time frame, the market is downtrending, is below those indicators. Here, the market at this point is below both indicators, is in a downtrend. When it's above, it's technically, it's going toward, it's in an uptrend. Like here, it was in an uptrend, even though it didn't last long. When it's above, it means it's in an uptrend. Now, I'm not telling you how to trade just yet. I'm just telling you how I use this. Simple. Are we in an uptrend or in a downtrend? That's it. That's how I use them. That's the basic version. We'll get deeper into it later. Yes, so that's pretty much it when it comes to the basic TradingView tutorial. Play around with everything. We're going to get into how to trade on demo in TradingView. We're going to get into that. But let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. This replay feature is amazing, but you have to pay for it. Some features, you do have to pay for them. But you see, it's going to say that you have to upgrade. If you want to do that, you could do it. Definitely, I like the replay feature. So alerts, you have alerts right here. You could set alerts. For example, if I want to set an alert at 64.73, I right click, I go here to add alert, and literally you don't even have to change anything. You could click on create and it's going to create an alert right here. You can move it up or down. It's going to create that alert, and when a candle hits that price, an alert is going to go off. So that's here, alerts, notifications, message. Like, you could change the message. Play around with this stuff. And to get rid of it, you could just simply click on that trash can. You see, delete it. And here you have your alerts. You could also get rid of them here. Alerts right here. You see them here. Let's see if we're missing anything else. At the bottom, real quick, which we'll get into this in the demo trading, paper trading, like video or lesson. But just know that down here, you could actually grab this stuff, lift it up, down. You could do that with some of these things. I'm gonna get off of replay mode. So just know you can do that. Can you do that here? Not really, but you could do that here. Look at the brokers. You could change replay trading, strategy tester. If you click on strategy tester, bring it up. You could load a strategy, Pine editor. If you know how to write scripts in Pine, you could do that here. Nowadays, we have AI, so you could literally get AI to write scripts for you, test them out. you could do that here. You could publish an indicator, and your indicator will go here. So that will go in your personal ones. In your personal, like I have one for A plus supply and demand zones. You could play around with this stuff. Take your time. This stuff is gonna take time, but yeah, pretty much this is the basic tutorial. I don't think I'm missing anything other than here, just your profile. Check everything, home, your profile here. Look around at everything, click on every button. Make sure that you know where everything is at. All right, I'll see you in the next lecture.